You put the chain through here. That's right. I'll hold it for you. No, back right around both the pipes. Then you see if you can put the hook through that and make it click. You make sure you just push it. Perfect. High five. Good man. So once again, we've got a few passes of this left. We've got to dump the back furrow in. I can just interfere it when next better with the dam. There we go, before we put the front in. We're making it happen, which is good. One of those things that real ploughing probably don't even flinch at, but yeah, that's not me. Okay, Ted, we won't bury them in the furrow. Do about 9 k's an hour here. Every time I talk, I get off track. It's alright. Herons, Ted. Yeah, so flicking them over quite nicely there. Might be losing a wee bit of depth, but that's alright. Not there though. Yeah, it's that undulating terrain. It's a flat paddock. These ploughs are really sensitive to that. Out of the ground. I'm going to back up here because I didn't make my mark wide enough, and I'll go through the fence and I'll carry on forward. See my perfectly straight line there? Started off straight. That bloody compaction from gateway to gateway is unbelievable, and it pulls me plough sideways every time I go through it, because to get my tractor ploughing on land, which I'm barely doing, I have had to shunt it way over the side of the linkage, which means it pulls my tractor. That's right, Ted, there is. Sure are. Yep. Along here in the previous pass, it's quite nice, and then it gets sort of a bit clumpy, and that's just that layer of compaction. There's a strip along here. Because we carry all the fertiliser for like a quarter of the farm across this paddock and bulky, and we're at 19-20 tonne fully loaded, that strip's just compacted to hell, and you can see here on the edge it's gone quite nice again, and then you just see how the furrow is held intact. And then right here by the bonnet it's gone all clumpy again, which is because it's breaking up in big hard clumps, and then it's going all nice again. So yeah, picking up the pace a wee bit now, getting up to about 10 k's an hour, 10 and a half. Just covering some ground. It's making a bloody nice job too, which is nice. tractor is a new Holland T7.220. It's doing it the shaft what it says on the bonnet. For those of you that don't know what that means, it's probably a good thing that it stays that way, but some people get no idea. She's got 2,960 hours on it. Runs like a dream. Heaps of power, heaps of weight. Weighs about, with the jewels on and the weight lock in the front, I think we're about 11.5 tonne. She's got plenty of weight there to power down. In the middle here, get a wee bit tricky. Pull the headstock in with that back wheel up a wee bit. Pull the headstock in further. Never very tidy where it meets in the middle, but it's always a bit less tidy when it's been on it. So right there, it's still going to grow some Swedes. In that front furrow back here, you see that wee ram down the front moving out. Yeah, it's right out now. And that back wheel's going to have to go back down. Right there. There we go. Now let's go for gold. It's down 10 k's an hour. It feels like more. We'll say that. Turn them as far as over quite nicely, which is good. Looks ugly coming off the back of the plough, but it looks good further back. Only problem is if it breaks a furrow, it throws it across 3 furrows, but not doing much of that, which is good. We'll try going up another gear, but we actually started struggling for power, which is saying something, but then we're turning a wide furrow and quite a deep furrow too, so it takes some pulling. So now with the lovely job of meeting up in the middle, none of our paddocks are perfectly square, not many are flat either. This is flat at least, but it's got a creek on one side, so we'll work around that. We never meet with a nice straight line in the middle. I've done this one a little differently. I put a scratch mark on the outside. I just used my GPS, the wing mirror GPS, hang the wing mirror off the fence, well, as you're looking out the window, and roughly work out a line. It's never perfect, but it's the best I've got. Do that around the outside, and do everything inside that line, turning out. Done, and then we go around the outside turning in. It just leaves a tidier edge around the paddock and saves bearing fences and everything else. So if you keep turning out on your fences, yeah, one of them slop jumping over them and the wire is rusting out, yeah, it's just not what you want to do. But I didn't bother in those other paddocks because it doesn't matter what you do, you make a plan and then you find out, well, I won't turn the furrow that way, or won't stay in the ground, which is the trouble I was having this year, and your plan goes right out the window, so we just go in and get into it. But a lot of these paddocks have only been ploughed once or twice since ever, and every time you do a pass over them with cultivation they become more level, so in time that should greatly improve. This is going to be tricky, this one. Oh, sorry, girl. The back of the plough has to come out of the ground first. I know you can't see it, you're sorry, but you'll get to see my frustration with it. It's really what you want to see, isn't it? I'd call that 85% successful. It's better than normal. Certainly way back. set for the end of the video anyway. I've trimmed her out a wee bit again. We've been back out to 18 inches. Yeah, 18 inches at a bit of speed and just throwing the furrow over a bit nicer. I'll say that's the width between the moldboards and the ground, and the depth is obviously how deep we're going. So we want to go as deep as we can. Just these paddocks are old, they're compacted. This one must be 80 or 90 years old, I think. It's been down the pasture, so I'll finish up here at about 4.3 hectares. So I've really got to hope I've got 1.7 in the heavens because I need 6. Otherwise, I've got one more little 1 hectare paddock that I've got to do, but I don't know if it's ever been plowed because it's as rough as guts. And I will have to get that one sprayed off with glyphosate before I try and plough it, because otherwise we'll just get a crop of grass. So we're trying to reduce chemical usage, but you've got to prick your battles in places. You've got to know when to say, no, I can't do that. And that is going to be one where I can't do it. You can't do it tidily with a big long plough, so we'll just bite the bullet and get a contractor to spray it off. I've done one paddock in the past pre-ploughing, and another one that came up really rough that we did post-ploughing. Actually, we ended up doing that one twice, because it was 2 years ago. First time I did the 15-inch rows, and what a nightmare that was. We got them all in nice and early, like 18th, 19th of November it might have been, I can't remember. And on the 30th of November, we got 17 mils of rain, which doesn't sound like a lot. It's not a lot, but it came down in 10 minutes. And because it was a bit of a trial, first year on 15-inch, and we're trying to compare it to the 20s, we wound up having to get every sleeve that had germinated in the paddock, and it damn near made me cry. But what had happened is they'd all shifted, so they weren't in their rows anymore. The water hadn't washed the whole of the soil down the hill, but it had shifted soil 6 inches or a foot. So we had completely random spacings. And we thought, no, we want to see this as a trial. So that paddock actually gets sprayed off twice that year. Both times after ploughing, which is not ideal. But yeah, it did teach me that there's a few paddocks on the farm. Probably should have done it with that one up there. That I just need to accept we can't do it the first time around. Once they've been levelled off a few times, obviously there's going to be a few passes. So we're going to plough, and then we're going to power harrow. Then we're going to next year when we rip it all up again. It's going to get dissed and it's going to get levelled. And every pass like that levels all those bumps and hollows off a wee bit. So, and that makes it a lot easier to plough next time. So it will get better. So I think we can do our not spraying off any paddocks. Nothing against glyphosate, just lawn harrow, everyone know that. But I just don't think we need to do it if we're ploughing. Yeah, like I say, pick your battles. It's come up pretty nice all the same. Not perfectly level, but I think never is. But buzz over with the pair harrow and chain harrows behind it, and she'll be good to go, I'd suggest. See the back of the plough meets first, so we'll lift that out. And of course the front starts shoving over, but if I go down too far, start picking it up in there. Near enough, it'll do. Fine. Right, turn it the other side. Nothing the pair harrow won't fix. Oh well, I think we'll shut it down for the night and come back in the morning and finish it off. There's about an hour left, and ploughing in the dark's not much fun. There we go.